James Houston's time as a Detroit Lion has come to an end, as according to the Detroit Lions Twitter, sure you've seen it by now, Lions have waived defensive end James Houston. Love this comment down here as well, but Brad Holmes Budge. Well, there you go. And then he posted that. That was really funny to me. I don't know. But James Houston is no longer a Detroit Lion. It kind of sucks. I did not expect it. I did not expect it. It sucks for him. Like it doesn't suck for me personally. Like this is a big blow. This guy was phenomenal and all that. This guy had a lot of potential. He does have potential, but he's got to work on a lot of things. I'm not mad at the move whatsoever. I kind of saw it coming almost. I was a little bit surprised because I didn't think the Lions were going to do it quite yet. I thought if he got healthy scratched, say against the Bears, that yeah, there was a really good chance he wouldn't be on the team next week. But this week I didn't expect that. He only had 4 snaps on defense against the Indianapolis Colts. So I thought there was something potentially going on. Like they're thinking about potentially getting rid of him, but I thought they were going to hold on to him just for a little bit longer. So I was a little bit shocked in terms of that aspect. But he is no longer a Detroit Lion. Again, hope he finds a home somewhere else. He's now subject through waivers, so he has to pass through every team and the waiver wire to return to the Detroit Lions if he wants. Now, Dan Campbell did say that he hopes for the best for James Houston, and he said something else as well. I couldn't remember what he said. But it sounded kind of like even if he does go through waivers, he won't return to the practice squad. So James Houston probably times Detroit Lion on the 53-man roster and practice squad is over. So I'm very curious to leave your thoughts, comments down below. Are you disappointed about this? But there's another guy though that came up today that got me intrigued with this move. I was already intrigued, but the fact that this move went down, I'm very more intrigued. And that is that former Pro Bowl pass rusher Shaq Barrett, who announced his retirement from the NFL in July, has applied to be reinstated to play immediately per his agents Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey. Barrett is coming out of retirement. The Dolphins currently hold Barrett's contractual rights. Now, Shaq Barrett signed with the Dolphins this offseason, was on the Buccaneers last season, signed with the Dolphins this offseason, I think on a 1-year, $10 million deal. He retired about a month after he signed with them, and he's been retired ever since. Now, he wants to come out of retirement, so it sounds like he is coming out of retirement. Obviously, they'll probably accept that to be reinstated. Now, the Dolphins, again, do hold the rights, so Dolphins have a decision to make if they want to keep or just not keep Shaq Barrett. And they most likely will bring back Shaq Barrett. They're competing a little bit again to try to make the playoffs with the 7th seed right now. They're coming a little bit alive with Tua coming back. So I do think he will go back to the Dolphins. Now, however, if the Dolphins decide to not keep him and bring him back from retirement, then he will be a free agent. He's not subject to the waiver wire, so he will be a free agent. He is free to sign with any team now. Barrett is not the youngest guy. He's 32. You know how Brad Holmes likes his older guys. And he's been a very good pass rusher. I was intrigued with this guy when he was a free agent, besides the age factor. Shaq Barrett looks like he was a former UDFA. He is 32 years old, actually has the same birthday as me, which would be cool. I don't think we have a guy on the team right now that has the same birthday as me. He had 289 solo tackles, 59 career sacks, 23 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions throughout his career. His final year was with the Bucs last season. He only missed 1 game, had 52 total tackles, 4.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and an interception. The season before, he missed 9 games. He had 3 sacks and a forced fumble. The year before that was very good. In 2021, missed 2 games, 51 total tackles, 10 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. And then the season before that, he had 8 sacks, but 2019 was his best career season by far. Played every single game, had 58 tackles, 19.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and an interception. So again, throughout his career, he has 400 total tackles, 59 sacks, 23 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, and 3 interceptions. And he can also pass deflect the ball here as well. You can see he has 18 total passes deflected throughout his career. So Shaq Barrett, I believe he actually is slightly undersized. Not too much, but he is slightly undersized. He's kind of like a James Houston build, except he's got a little bit more muscle than James Houston. Um, but Shaq Barrett, Brad, this is what I am with Shaq Barrett. He is the best. He will be the best available edge rusher we will have for the rest of the season by far. Because even if there is somebody still as talented as Shaq Barrett to get released, they have to be subject through waivers. They have to go through waivers, and there just is not going there. If there is a talented guy, Yannick Ngakoue, not as talented as Shaq Barrett, he literally got picked up with the number one team in the waiver wire, which was the Patriots at the time. There's no way any good potential edge rusher. That's why I don't think James Houston will go through the whole waiver wire. I think he's going to get picked up probably. There's a couple teams out there that need a pass rusher. The Bengals, the Browns. There's a couple other teams as well. I can see the Bears picking him up. So there's no way. I mean, there's no way any good player. Charles Harris, he got waived by the Panthers yesterday, has 3 sacks on the season. He got claimed. He got claimed by the Eagles, which is the team right before us in the waiver wire. So I'm curious if we put in a waiver claim for him. And I think we potentially might have. But that aside, the fact that Charles Harris got picked up on waivers today just puts that into perspective that no talented edge rusher whatsoever is going to pass through waivers. Just none, unless if they have some legal issue or something going on or an injury. That's the only way. So Shaq Barrett will be the best option we'll have all season. Besides that, again, we're just gonna have the same guys coming up every week that are like, maybe we go to take a look at them. Shaq Lawson, Majay Sanders, Bruce Irvin, Justin Houston, Jason Pierre-Paul. All of them guys. So we have thoughts, comments down below. Would you consider signing Shaq Barrett? How do you feel about the James Houston release? Do you think James Houston could come back to the practice squad again? I highly doubt that, just from what Dan Campbell said at his press conference. But, again, hopefully James Houston finds a team. He, in my opinion, will get picked up on waivers, so I'm sure he will. But good luck to James Houston. This is now the second draft pick that Brad Holmes has let go. Not let go, but that is no longer on the team. Chase Lucas is the other one. He is still on the 49ers. And now James Houston will be the second if he does not come back to the practice squad. So, one pride, go Lions. Leave your thoughts, comments down below.